Gleis 1. Ich bitte die Herrschaften einzusteigen. Der Rheingold von Amsterdam nach Luzern fährt in Kürze ab. Am Bahnsteig bitte zurückbleiben.
Hi, everybody. I only wish this were my layout. Kind of, sort of. Hi, everybody. Yeah, unexpected, and I just I'm done with teaching for the day. Technically at 2 o'clock I have to log in and babysit a empty video conference, but I'm sitting around bored today. We're basically at the end of a grading period again, and exams are next week, and I'm bored, and nobody was live. Really, this has been a great time if somebody's live and I could just go in, so I thought I'd go on and see if anybody came. So let's see if anybody came. Carl, good to see you. And Stephen Price, nice to have you. Colin, as always, awesome. And Ewan, there's Ewan. Hey, Tim Wells, how are you? And Peter Shaw, welcome. Nice to have you here again. And I think that's everybody for now. We'll see if some other folks come up. I really don't have anything big planned. I've got the same trains I had on last week because this is the first time I've been at my train table with trains since last Friday. Now that's kind of a lie because I actually teach from here. This big area here is where I've been teaching because all my teaching's online. All my demo boards are online. So it's easier than being upstairs in the kitchen where my daughter might be around, or Joyce has sometimes taught from home. But I am currently teaching from home because my school has the showstopper running through it. And with a pregnant daughter who is, we're about 8 to 10 days away from the grandbaby coming. The grandson will be coming in 8 to 10 days. Welcome, Hollybrook Junction. Hi, Delta. No, you people, you never have to apologize. You know, if you miss, you miss. I'm shocked people come. So I'm always shocked people come because it's not like I'm building anything. It's not like I'm showing you how to do something. I just run my trains and babble, and you guys talk with each other and talk to me, and I say stupid stuff. So I'm shocked that people come. I do have one kind of special announcement, which involves the video I was just showing. It's a long story, but I'll try to make it short. I mean, I can make it real short. But now, a couple of shows ago, I showed you this really cool locomotive. Hi, March West Junction. I showed you that Beethoven locomotive. I'm moving my mic over here, so I got some room over here. I showed you that Beethoven locomotive that Joyce said, yeah, can you wait till payday and we'll get it? Because she thought it was a really cool looking locomotive too. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, payday was last Friday. But in between that time where I started looking at buying it, my ICE4 was due. It was supposed to be an early Christmas. So I wasn't going to spend money on that locomotive when I've got an ICE4 coming that's going to be expensive. And so I could not see spending selfish money on me at Christmas time when I'm already going to be spending money on an ICE4. So I delayed buying the locomotive. And then Saturday, Merklin announced that the ICE4 is delayed till January now, at least January. Hey, hello, Amit. Nice to have you back. So they've delayed the ICE4, which was going to be my Christmas gift, even though the money was technically set aside a year ago for it. But I just can't see, it's me, I can't see spending money on me at Christmas when it's about giving, not getting. But now they've delayed the IC4. So then Joyce said, you've got to have a present. You got to get pick something out, get that locomotive or something, pick something out. And I'm like, yeah, but the locomotive, as cool as it is, I don't know. And then Merklin released, that I could get right now, these Orient Express cars, passenger cars. And I don't know the difference between a car and a coach and a couchette and all that stuff. Whoops. Okay, you're good. Sorry, I had my one computer too close to it and train bumped it coming through. So here, I'll at least have some trains on while you guys are listening to me babble. Anybody else come in yet? Hi, Lee. How are you? Let's crank him up just a bit. And so I started thinking, I've talked myself into getting a steam locomotive. I've talked myself into a steam locomotive, one. And I thought, okay, the Orient Express is a real cool one. I mentioned that a few weeks ago that I was probably going to look at getting an Orient Express. All right, you. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Not a big deal that I did, but... So anyhow, so I started looking at the Orient Express, and then I was like, but that's really a French company, and if I'm going to do a locomotive on my German layout, I want it to be a German train. And I spent all weekend just kind of trying to find the right steamer and the right cars, and I spent all weekend, and I was actually getting kind of frustrated. It was a great weekend otherwise, but I just was getting frustrated because I wasn't finding exactly what I want. And Saturday night, I just got frustrated. I said, well, let's see what's on eBay. And I remembered that Merklin had released several versions of a train called the Rheingold. Now, the Rheingold has been around for 90 years. It started in 1928, and there are steam versions of it, electric versions of it, and diesel versions of it. Hey, David Cook, welcome. And just out of the blue, I knew that 2 years ago, Merklin had released a special deluxe edition steamer set, but it was $1,200 to $1,300. I could get it for $1,000 from Germany, but that's way out of my price range, kids. That is way out of my price range. Well, I clicked on eBay, and the second bit down on eBay is that Rheingold Deluxe Special. This amazing deluxe steam locomotive plus cars, gorgeous cars. Plus they're in a slightly different color than what's on my layout. And the guy is asking $400 for it, which is still pretty good money for us, but definitely affordable. And it's like he apparently didn't know. Hey, Tris. Apparently the gentleman didn't know what he had. He did not know that this train is worth $1,200 to $1,300, and he's selling it for $400. I wasn't going to tell him. I bought it. My new steamer, and here's a video of the steamer. I'll pop this up real quick. This is a video of the steamer. This is what it looks like. It's normally a $1,200 set. It was a limited edition. Hey, Berlin. Welcome, VSC. I've got some names here I don't recognize. So, yeah, this is the most pimped out steam locomotive and car set Märklin makes. So I'm getting a open but unused edition of this. It's arriving tomorrow, but Joyce is not going to let me see it. So this is a $1,200 locomotive set I got for $400. It's the only steamer besides the Christmas steamer you guys see going around. Oh, I got to get Alex going here. But yeah, it's 2 days later because nobody else bid on this. Apparently nobody knew it was online. I mean, anybody who would have known Märklin trains would have looked this. This guy didn't, I hate to take advantage of somebody, but he said he knew nothing about it. It's just he was selling it for a friend and he knew nothing about it. It's just that his friend got it and never used it. So, yeah, I could never afford a $1,200 train. $400 at Christmas time? Yeah. And, I would have never even thought of owning this train, but, yeah, we just got it. But I won't be able to play with it, and I do emphasize play with it until after Christmas. So I am just sort of godsmacked about it. I am so absolutely stunned that I won this. Nobody else bid on it. It had like 2 people watching it on eBay, and it just, oh look, I got my own. So this bad boy is going to be mine. It looks exactly like this. It's just this train in the video is not it. I just found somebody else's video. Highlighting it. So it's based on how the train looked in 1931, but it's a steamer, class 18 steamer. And yeah, you can see the guy showing off some of the functions there. So yeah, I have just been stunned. There was actually a second version of the Rheingold that's older that was $375 that if I didn't win this one, I could have gotten the other one. But this one's newer, and it's just, I don't know if you guys use the same phrase in England, but in America we say pimped out. This locomotive has the newest digital decoder in it. Well, newest 2 years ago. It's pimped out. It's got 32 sound functions alone. It's just... Well, I'm assuming the guy who sold it did not know what he had. But this is arriving tomorrow, and that's the other thing. I paid for it. It was so funny. I fully expected somebody to swoop in and overbid me. I fully expected. I did not think I would get this, but I'm sitting there going, come on, I got to win, I got to win. I want this, I want this. And I got so geeked about it. And I literally was counting hours. I spent all Sunday going in, okay, 12 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, 10 hours and 10 minutes. 8 hours and 33 minutes. Okay, we're down to 3 hours left. Okay, it's 2 hours. And I literally watched the seconds tick off for the last 2 hours. Yeah, we know souped up too. Hey, Paul, nice to have you here. So I just literally, my mind is still, I'm blown away I got this. Because, you know, I was always a little leery and Joyce was not thrilled with me getting a steamer. But when I showed her the videos and showed her the price and what we could get it for, and that it actually would be cheaper than the locomotive, or about the same price as that Beethoven locomotive. So I had to choose this luxury steamer or that Beethoven loco I showed you a couple of weeks ago. I had a choice. They were both about $400. Gee, which one do I get for Christmas? I don't think there was a competition there. Even Joyce is now like, wow, what a steal. Hey, Common Road Junction, how are you? Yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles, all the newest bells and whistles. One of the stupidest functions on it. It's got so many functions, they just have to have stupid ones. It's got sounds of people ordering and talking in the diner car. That's how ridiculous it is. It's like, we've got all these other sounds. What else can we add? How about people in the first class diner's car talking and ordering meals? Okay, do that one. I don't know if I deserve it, but I'm just mind blown. This is third time, I guess I would say, I hit the lottery. First time was Joyce. Second time was when I got my 73 Charger SE. And then this one, because I don't usually win these things. I'll win things on eBay, but not where it's major big deal. This is just holy cow. I am literally... I've needed to talk to people about it. It's probably why I'm on today. I just wanted to, I mean, it may come across as bragging, but no, it's like, I don't have train friends. My friend Matt called me because I posted on Facebook. So my friend Matt called me and said, Tony, and he calls me Tony. It's like, Anthony, you know. Tony, I saw you got that train. Holy cow, I can't believe you got that. That's really awesome. And I'm like, yeah. You know what it's worth? Yeah, I know what it's worth. If I wanted to make a profit, I could turn around and sell it for double of what I paid for it. But no, that ain't happening. That's not happening. So otherwise, I'm just down here running trains looking for people. So how's everybody doing? Hi, Roof Railways. Welcome in. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Hey, TVR came in. Hello, Dave. Now, Dave, aren't you going live sometime today? I was looking just to see if anybody was live because I am totally bored at home right now. Yes, I probably have time. I could try to work on something on my layout, but I never know what to do on my layout. I've got lights to install, but that's crawling under the table, and that's Christmas time when I can devote my mind to it, not middle of the week time. So anyhow, let me see what else. Yes, I will be on the Trains in the Attic live stream. I try to catch all of Richard's videos. I will definitely be there. I've already donated to his charity. I might donate again. But I've already donated to the charity. And yeah, I mean, yesterday was Sunday and I was busy with something. Or I'm sorry, Sunday I missed his live stream because it was family and family was visiting. And then yesterday I was in a meeting. And the meeting ended at about 3:20, so by the time I logged on, he was just wrapping up. All right, so 2 o'clock, which is about the time I have to get off. I have to be off by 2. 2 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock your time. So I'll be in your chat because literally I will be sitting here. I will be sitting in this chair. I will be sitting in this chair. This is where I teach from right now. This is my classroom. I teach from home right now. I've been teaching from home for the last week because my school, even though we don't have students in the building, we have 100 staff. We have 100 teachers and administrators in my building. And we've got, last I knew, we had 10 people out with COVID. Now, fortunately, I'm antisocial, so I haven't seen any of my colleagues. But they told all teachers, because the city I live in, Toledo, and the county, Lucas County, have hit the highest level of infestation, infection, what diagnosis, whatever you want to call it. We've gone beyond red to purple. We're at the highest level of cases. And so basically we're on a work at home if you can order. Teachers have the option, we can go into our building, but since my building has a massive outbreak, I'm not going near it. With a grandbaby on the way and I see my daughter at least once a week, I am not taking a chance. So I'm teaching from home. Hey Chris, how are you? So yeah, so that was the big thing. I can't believe I got that train. So the Beatles train, I now get a week earlier. The Beatles train is now my birthday present, so I get to open that on December 19th. That was a just in case Christmas present, but now that I've got the new Christmas present, Joyce says I can have the Beatles Eurostar for my birthday. It doesn't matter, I can't run it on my layout until I get it converted to AC, and I gotta find out who will convert it. So yeah, if you just came in and didn't see, I've got a video. This will be this train, not the exact one in the video, but exactly like it. I'm going to show it again because, why are you telling me? I'm telling everybody. Yeah, this train, an exact replica of the train you're going to see in this video. Most of you have seen it, but if you just came in, this bad boy will be running on my layout in well, almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. But that is my new bad boy, the 1931 Rheingold. Not only does it blow steam, but the steam engine is digital controlled and it's synchronized with the wheels and the chuffing, so that once it gets rolling, it puffs the steam realistically. It doesn't just blow steam, it will puff the steam. It's on fire. So yeah, this was amazing. I cannot believe I'm getting this train. Because it was way out of my price league, and then out of the blue, I don't know why I went to eBay, because I usually don't shop for trains on eBay anymore. And it was just Saturday night, and I was frustrated because I couldn't decide on what I wanted to look at or get, and then bam, I just typed in Rheingold for the hell of it, and this came up. This is a $1,300 train, $1,200 to $1,300 train. Again, with my discount from my shop, had I bought it, it's sold out everywhere. There's like 2 model shops that still have it, and they're selling it for $1,200 or more. But that bad boy is going to be running my layout. Will it inspire me to get some more work on my layout? I don't know. but that's my one and only steamer. I will not be buying another steamer, especially now that I've got top of the line. Yeah, Carl, I just bought a big thing of oil. Yeah, because my steamer that's running today. So let's go back to my trains. My steamer, the Christmas steamer that's running today, that's actually going upstairs this week, and we'll be going around the Christmas tree. I put the Christmas tree up over the weekend, but we're giving our new cats a week to get used to the tree before I put the train up, and then we're going to have to make sure they don't attack the train. Yeah. So yeah, I know nothing about the various parts of a train, the locomotive, its wheels, pistons, but yeah, it's the steamer. But yeah, I'm out of my steamer fluid. Actually, I still have a little, so I have just a little bit of steam left, but I got more coming in Thursday. I've got more steam coming in, so maybe when the steamer comes around here again, I will juice them up one more time. Okay, Paul. I basically think I know what a branch line is, but I technically don't have branch lines. I have 3 trains that run the full loop of my track, and then I have 3 short tracks. So you got to think of it more. Here he is. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy going. So when it runs, it'll be running on these 3 outer lines here that go around the whole track. But I hope that's not too much. If you put too much, it doesn't quite work. All right, let's turn it on. Okay, that should be enough. It takes it a second to warm up, so. Okay. Hey, Dale. Yeah, Dale, I'm done. I was done teaching at 12 today. I'm done teaching for the day. Technically, at 2 o'clock, I have to supervise an empty digital classroom because nobody ever comes in it. I mean, I'm 16 weeks into my teaching year, and I've yet to see a student come into it, even when they're told you should come in. You know, I think you should come in on Tuesday, and we need to go over this. But they're not obligated, and since they're not obligated to come in, they don't. So I'm bored, but I'm also excited, and the fact that I've got a few people here to hang out is awesome. because I was hoping somebody else had a live stream so I could just go to their live stream and yak, but nobody had a live stream that I'm subscribed to. So I knew Dave went on today. I think Dave is at 7 p.m. UK time, 2 here in my U.S. Eastern time zone. And then Richard Trains in the Attic is at 3:30, which I will be at. But yeah, otherwise I'm just here. I mean, I literally could sit here and pull up the digital classroom on my other computer. I actually have 3 computers here right now. I am surrounded by computers. Let's see, let's go to yeah, there we go. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but here's my attendance book. Here's all my textbooks I'm teaching with. My grade book, my lesson plan books, my another textbook I'm using. So this is my teach from home desk. I have this computer here, which is what I use to control the 2 trains on this side rather than the central station next to me. And then there's this computer that I talk to you on and I run the OBS with. But I still have my school. Now I can't do anything, but I technically could load this up and have all of this going and babysit the empty digital classroom I have to babysit and still run my trains while I'm doing it. But since Dave is going on at 7 UK time, that's a good enough excuse for me to get off. But yeah, cool, Paul. Hey, Kevin, how are you? So those of you who know my Facebook train page, now some of you I know I'm friends with some of you. Either I follow you or you follow me or both. I have 2 Facebook pages. I have me, Anthony Dodge, on Facebook, but that's where I talk life, sports, my sports teams, a lot of politics because Joyce and I are very, very, very politically active. We're marchers and stuff like that. But then I have the Model Train Outsider Facebook page. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Decord. I don't do any other. I'm Facebook and YouTube, and that's it for social media because that's all I can even try to keep up with. Hey, Richard. I will be seeing you in your stream later today. Yesterday I had a meeting, but today I'm done. I'm done. Okay, still not blowing steam. So I either put too much or not enough in there. So when he comes around again, I'm going to mess with it a bit more and see if I can get it going. Kevin, I'm very sorry to hear that. A friend of ours just lost somebody to COVID. And 2 of my closest friends just got over it. I'm really sorry to hear that. But if you want to avoid my political stuff and my sports, and occasionally talking about other things in the world, my Facebook, my HO, the Model Train Outsider, I dropped the HO off of it, not because I'm going to change from HO, but just to take a couple of syllables away. You can go to my Facebook page, and I've got pictures, but I got the video. I am just, this new train, I can't tell you how excited I am. I have not been this excited since I got my ICE 3 5 years ago. Now, I've been very excited with a lot of trains. My Railjet was awesome when I got it, but not the way this thing, because I had paid for my railjet and I knew how much I was going to pay. And my railjet I paid a fair price for. I got it marked down a bit, but I paid a standard price for it. But to get this train that I showed you guys at the beginning is just, hey Melvin, how are you? Well, I go live on Boxing Day. There is a pretty good possibility that that train will be highlighted the day after Christmas. It would be a Saturday, and of course lots of people do Saturday shows. Oh, there he's blowing steam. All right, he finally started. There we go. So now I have 2 steamers, but this guy won't run on my layout anymore. This Christmas train will be put away. But the other thing is I got to build a nice display shelf. I'm going to build a display shelf and box to put this Reingold in. So when it's not on the layout, he's going to be in this display case. So I know it's annoying to a lot of you. I seriously cannot stop thinking and talking. I've been pinching myself since Sunday night when I won it. I've been pinching myself to see, is this really true? Joyce is just looking at me. She's like, honey, you got the train. Would you relax? And you're not going to see it till Christmas, so just relax. And that's only making it worse. But just unbelievable. No, I have not run my buses lately. I did run them on a live stream a couple of weeks ago. No reason I can't go set them up now and get them running. I think I do have to replace the stop motors. I think that's the latest issue. And then maybe I'll have it all working. Oh. That steamed right by me, and whoa, is that putting off the fumes. Hi, Nancy. You could see it. Okay. Nancy, did Herb get my email? I'm so bad it took me a month to write back. I feel like an absolute scumbag. Day goes to day, and I didn't think about it, and then I look at my emails when I go to bed to see, because 99% of them are, and I go, oh, I forgot to write her back. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I get busy and distracted doing other things. I feel really bad because I do enjoy hearing from Herb and writing to Herb. So, Richard, I am getting 1 train for Christmas because that Beatles is now my birthday present. I'm getting 1 train. We do have a Christmas budget here. And it is better than many, not as high as many. I look at some of the train friends I have, like on Facebook, like Ian Houston, and oh yeah, he's got $1,500 worth of trains coming this Christmas, no problem. I'm like, dude, I don't spend $1,500 on my whole family at Christmas. Well, maybe close. You're getting a t-shirt this year. Yeah, and it's different for other people. Joyce and I, when we first married, we had very, very limited Christmas. We married, I won't say stupidly, but we married very young. I was 22 and she was 21. She was still in college. I had just started teaching and was making minimum wage as a teacher. And then the next Christmas, our first Christmas together, we had been married 6 months. Our next Christmas together, we had just had our daughter Lynn, and we had Lynn without insurance, so we were paying all those hospital bills out of pocket because I had changed jobs, and my first job canceled my insurance, and my new job considered it pre-existing condition, so we had to pay all the medical bills for Lynn out of pocket. Now, once we had Lynn, I was able to add her to our insurance for everything afterwards. But the pregnancy and delivery itself was not covered by my new insurance. Yeah, I saw Eli's got the train. Well, I'm sorry, you're probably still referring to Christmas. Oh man, Dale Highballer, you posted that little picture video up today. Now, holy crap, did I go back in time about 30 years? Because I think that's the last time I've had my mom's grits and cornbread rolls. My mom stopped making her cornbread. And now that my mom's not around, nobody makes my mom's grits and cornbread. You're getting abused for Christmas. Oh my God, and Joyce will not make cornbread. I could beg and plead with her, and she won't make it. Well, hi, Steve, who's listening in. Yes, I'm not just getting a BR18, Steve. I'm getting a BR18 with a bunch of Reingold cards pimped out to the max, Steve, who is listening in, but not on YouTube. Oh, my God. And the thing is, ever since I've been talking to you about this, Dale, a few times back on Chris's chats, Christopher's chats, and on your Sunday breakfast videos and that, I have so wanted grits and cornbread, sausage gravy and biscuits. And there are a couple of restaurants in Toledo that do make them, but the one isn't very good. But since lockdown, I won't go to restaurants. So I am waiting, and as soon as lockdown this country gets normal again, I'm grabbing my son because he's wondering what cornbread and grits are all about. And I'm like, son, I'm going to take you over to Bob Evans, and we're gonna have some cornbread and grits at Bob Evans because they make good cornbread and grits. All right, I will show the video again. So for those of you sick of my train, I'm sorry, but this is a video. It's not the actual train I bought. It's just the same model. Mine has yet to have been used yet, but this is so pimped out, it's ridiculous. The locomotive itself, and again, I'm not into steam locomotives, but I love the engineering, and this thing is so detailed and it is so just amazing. And I got this for less than I would have paid for that, well, about the same price I would have paid for that Beethoven locomotive that Joyce said for me to get for Christmas, because she was so worried that I would have nothing under the Christmas tree. Now I'm going to have, in terms of value, the most expensive train I own now, because this is worth a lot more than even my Cumming ICE4 or my Railjet, but I didn't pay that much for it. I paid a third of that. It's a $1,200 loco, or a $1,200 train set, so that's what, about 900 pounds, 950 pounds, and I know that's about 1,000 euros. But well, the thing is, Dale, I need to just get off my lazy butt and make it for myself. I mean, I do cook well. I don't do baked goods. I've never even baked a cake, but I know how to cook. I know how to mix. I know how to bake. I would just have to get my mom's recipe, which is probably impossible, because that probably went to other family members to whom I don't speak and haven't seen in 15 years, 20 years, about 18 years, I guess. So yeah, I won this on eBay. Nobody else bid on it. The guy had a starting price. He didn't even have a reserve. All he said on the eBay auction ad was he's selling it for a friend and knows nothing about it. Well, I knew all about it. not in terms of the history of the train. But he even went to the Miraklin site and copy and pasted the Miraklin description of it, but the Miraklin doesn't have the price anymore. Once Miraklin discontinues a train, they don't put the prices on. They take the prices off. They just say it's out. This train is no longer available, so they don't have the price on anymore. But I know all the shops to look at. But if this guy wasn't into trains and like he typed, I know nothing about this train or its history. All I know is that it's open but never been used, and I'm selling it for a friend. That's all he put in the ad, but he had copy and pasted word for word from, obviously he got it from the Miraklin site, the product description and everything. He typed that in there. But yeah, he did not know this was a $1,200 train, so he started at $400 and nobody else bid. It had no watchers on it until Sunday, and that's when I got scared. On Sunday, suddenly there were like 2 or 3 people watching, but they never bid on it. And I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for that drop and swoop where somebody comes in with like 20 seconds left. They tell you, drop your bid with 20 seconds to go because by the time it's registered on eBay, nobody else can react. So I was fully waiting. So literally I'm counting it down. My whole family's sitting on the couch watching me. They're just staring at me because I'm like, come on, come on, come on. Oh my God, come on, please, come on. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and then it's done. And anybody who's watching actual eBay, there's like a 3-second delay. And I'm like, I'm waiting for it to come up. You've been outbid. You didn't win. And no, it says, all of a sudden, congratulations, you're the winner. And I went, and I dropped the F-bomb in front of, and my cats ran. And everybody's like, so you won it then, Dad. Because I dropped the F-bomb with a yeah after it. Fuck yeah! And they're all like, you won it, did you, Dad? Yes, I did. Yeah, this is the one I was mentioning. Yeah, I'm stoked, and I'm going to keep being stoked, and I'm going to keep being stoked. Because, yeah, it's unbelievable. There's no way I could have afforded that if they were selling it even for half of its value. Yeah, it's, I am what I am with it. I'm just, will it be my favorite loco? No. The Railjet and ICE 3 and 4 will still be my favorites, but it definitely may rank, it definitely will go into the top 3 slot. Oh, for goodness sake, Steve, you are such a perfectionist. Turn your Christmas lights on. Yes, there. Okay, Steve, I turned the Christmas tree lights on. For those of you guys who don't know, my friend Steve, who is also a big Miraklin fan, he watches my videos and live streams on YouTube, but he doesn't go on YouTube, so he texts me. And sometimes it's to tell me, you need to fix this. And other times it's to tell me, hey, the lights aren't working on this. Now he's telling me I need to turn the lights on my Christmas train. You're so funny. So, yeah, I just... So now the Beatles one is my birthday present. So I'll get that on the 19th, Saturday the 19th. So that's a week from this Saturday. So I don't know. It's coming with the track and the controller. What I may do is I got room behind me. Maybe I'll set up a loop on the floor and run the Eurostar in DC mode. Hi, Simo. No, Terry, I have not ridden on that train. But we already knew that's the case. I just wanted a steamer. And Joyce, you don't need a steamer. And I'm telling you, Joyce has been teasing me, harassing me. She's like, you caved into peer pressure. All your train friends told you you needed a steam locomotive, and you've caved in. And I was like, yeah, peer pressure is not always a bad thing. But since I have the other steamer, and I don't really want to run that one all the time on here because it's a Christmas train. I thought that one Christmas car was supposed to light up, but maybe not. I'll have to check it out later. Thanks. No, the stuff Herb's been sending me is awesome, Nancy. I really enjoy that stuff. I enjoy looking at it. I enjoy the stories he's got behind it. And when he's still selling, as I know he's still selling stuff, I'm probably going to come back and get some more. It's just other things have taken priority lately, including the Alex train and the ICE-4. I have not, other than the Alex train, I have not been buying anything train related because I've been trying to keep my money set aside for the ICE-4. But this was a Christmas present. Technically, I didn't buy this train. Joyce and my kids bought this train for me. I mean, I paid for it, but the kids will chip in money and give it to Joyce and say, okay, here's our money towards Dad's gift. And then Joyce will say, I made up the rest, even though it comes out of the same bank account. So technically, my kids bought me that train. I just picked it out and bought it. Yeah, sadly, Paul, I'm not at the North Pole. I'd love to go with that argument. Let's get into the... There we go. We'll get into that view. I just, yeah. So otherwise, that's been my last 4 days. Let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and part of Tuesday. 3.5 days since my last live stream. Oh, by the way, a couple of you asked, and Steve on the interweb, all my blocked videos have now been reinstated. So even the live stream from Friday, for those of you who didn't know, because I played a Beatles song, it got blocked. Even though I played a Beatles song, and I keep forgetting, if I play Beatles in the background, it gets blocked. So anybody who missed my live stream last Friday, it's now up. If you care, because Steve, you had told me you wanted to share it to somebody, and so yes, it is now up. And plus a couple of the other ones that got deleted, like 32, episode 32, where I wound up going back on the next day, 32B, that got reinstated. So now all my blocked videos are unblocked. No, I've never given a name to my layout, Simo. That side that actually has stuff on it is the city of Delmenhorst, Germany. It will be more like the city of Delmenhorst, Germany once I get my lazy butt and build the city hall and all that stuff. It's shaped the way the city of Delmenhorst is shaped in that part of the town, but most of those buildings aren't the actual buildings. Let's go to the village view here, and you can kind of see it. And obviously, I haven't put it because 3/4 of those buildings are going to be done. But that is the bus run and the train station, the bus station, or what they call in German the Zob. And the actual Delmenhorst train station. And then in the bottom center here, where you see this little housing development, that's actually where the town hall will go. But right now, that's kind of how it's set up. There's a couple of streets and then a large pedestrian zone, no cars allowed, and then the bus station, and oh, I didn't like that sound. So the thing is, I've now got it where the turnouts on the road work, and the bus will pull in, and it'll also pull in into the stop. He's just not stopping. It looks like the stop motors are now fried or need powered up or something. But I've got him on the power pack, and now so I think the stop motor's burned out. So now he will pull in, but he won't actually stop. He actually goes into this bus stop, and he actually pulls into where he would pick up and drop off passengers, but he doesn't stay there. It's supposed to be he'd stop there for about a minute and then pull away again. So it's just been one problem after another with it. Okay, so, and then the other side here, let me finish this up for you, Simo. This side, well, let's go here. This side will eventually be Bremen, because Bremen is the main train center, the big train center, and Delmenhorst is about 10 miles away from Bremen. And so, I mean, if I wanted to give it a name, once I get it going, it will be the Delmenhorst-Bremen Run. That's what it would be. But the thing is, the Bremen, and I've got the model to build it, the Bremen main station, main central station, the Bremen Central Station, also looks a lot like the one in Hanover. So I can also pretend it's Hanover. And Hanover is an even bigger and more important train area than Bremen. And if you guys don't mind me babbling here, let me get to it. Where's, I thought I had German map. Oh, here we go, maps. So here's a map of Germany. And again, if you're looking on your phone, you can't see it. But the yellow line is pointing to Delmenhorst. And then Bremen is right next to it. So Delmenhorst is that little yellow star right here. And Bremen's here. And then Hanover is right, well, you guys can't see my cursor. But Hanover is down the line. But Hanover is a major north-south and east-west train station. You have the northern east-west lines run through Hanover, and then to get from northern Germany to southern Germany, Hanover goes through the Harz Mountains just south of it. So Hanover is like the major railway intersection in northern Germany. Bremen is a major one, but Hanover is the most major, if that makes sense. So this is going to represent, in the long run, northern Germany. Now to answer the last question, or the last one I saw, this is my third attempt at building a train table, and it is about 2 years old in this format. It's 2 years old with as you see it now. I once had a big, long, rectangular table, 4 foot by 18 foot long, which I just ran trains on and threw a few buildings on. Wasn't meant to be anything until I could figure out how I wanted to build it. Then I built this giant C shape, and then I decided to remodel it and tore everything off, made it bigger, made this middle section even longer, made the tables a little longer, and it's been like this. And then I basically do one project a year. So after I redid the table, the first thing I did was build the Delmenhorst train station. And then last year I built the bus depot. I built the bus depot. And then I was installing the Fowler car system to run the buses. And that's been, but I also mangled my back and really couldn't do any work for 5 months this year. And that was going to be this year's project, was getting that Fowler car system installed. But I've had all kinds of mild disasters with it. Let's see, I got to make sure, is the bus still running? Or there he goes. Yeah, he's still running there. But when it's running correctly, the bus will turn and other cars will not. The bus will turn in and go park in the bus station, and other cars won't. But that's the problem we're still sorting out because of the stop motors. Hey, Christopher. All right, Dale, thanks for stopping by. Could be. Okay, March West. The bookcase. I don't know what's the best picture for it. Village View. That is my 3D wargaming stuff. If you're familiar with Warhammer, it's not Warhammer, made by the same company. I used to do tabletop wargaming, three-dimensional wargaming. I used to do like if you guys remember Airfix HO00 scale, small table. You know, you'd buy that box of it would have 40 soldiers in it. They were a pain in the butt to paint, but I was young and had the time and energy to do it. And we'd play wargaming battles with them. Then I moved up to larger scale wargaming, the 30 millimeter scale, Civil War, World War I, which I really got into. You know, doing diorama wargaming with trench warfare was pretty cool. Squad level trench raids. That was so cool. But I was always building dioramas, and I just had tons of dioramas. And when I got married and Joyce and I moved to an apartment, I just didn't have room, so I got rid of most of that stuff. And then when we started renting our first house, I made some dioramas, and my kids were little, so I'd make stuff and they loved, and I taught them how to play. But I got into medieval warfare. That's my favorite. I love medieval history. I love medieval warfare, castles, everything. So I did a lot of that, but now even all that's gone. All that's left, those are my Lord of the Rings. So long story, to make short, too late. That's all my Lord of the Rings figurines from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. That's what those are, March West. So down below, I've got Smaug the Dragon, if anybody knows Lord of the Rings. I've got Oliphants that I made myself as opposed to buying the expensive kits. But I've got hundreds of orcs and Rangers of the North, and I kept a few of my medieval soldiers as a, because they fit in. So, yeah, well, hang on, I'll tell you what. Let's go to this. Hopefully I don't screw it up. Let's see, station. I'll mess with this camera. You won't be able to hear me. I couldn't move it any closer because the cord is locked into place. David's got to go. Bye, David. So let me go back and adjust that so you don't see the wood there. Stupid chairs in the way. Getting that ozone from that old guy. Yeah, that all the cords to these cameras are basically pinned down, clipped to the legs and under the table to keep cats and at one time the dog, wife, daughter from tripping over them or going under the tables and yanking the cameras off because they were being silly. So I couldn't move it any closer than that. So yeah, that is or was my other hobby. I mean, I still think of it, but it's very rare. Every now and then my son will come over with a couple of his friends, or they'll actually set it up ahead of time and say, "Hey, Dad, would you be up for us playing a war game?" But my son moved into Dungeons and Dragons, and that's where he has a couple of Dungeons and Dragon nights with his friends. And my older daughter and her husband, my son-in-law Chris, they play. So they have I told my son I'd get into Dungeons and Dragons when I retire. But they play in the middle of the week when they're not working. And they stay up late doing it. I said, "Son, I get up at 5 in the morning. I can't stay up till midnight, 1 o'clock playing Dungeons and Dragons and then come home and get up and go to work." So when I retire, it'll be easier for me to get into it. Yes, Chris, we did, but we'll get the scope on the rifle fixed. That is a cool shot in frame 1 with the freight trainer going through the station from this angle. That is kind of cool. And then picture 5 up the ramp, we got 2 different guys going through and now coming around. You can see the bus going in the bus stop in picture 1 as well. Okay, let me go back and see what... Yeah, Steve, regarding the locomotive, yeah, your Lady of Württemberg, the one that you brought down and we put online a couple of weeks ago, that's also a BR-18, and they were both released. The train set I'm getting and the Lady of Württemberg train you've got were released in 2018. So I would assume that since they're both BR-18s, despite being different colors, that they were probably made from the same mold. So I don't know if you're still watching, Steve, to have heard that answer. All right, yeah, I'll be over there because, yeah, I will shut this down in about 5 minutes or so. But, man, it helped. I mean, I would have been twiddling my thumbs and bored watching TV or hoping somebody else would go live. So, yeah, I'll be cutting this down in a few minutes. But, yeah, it was awesome to go live, and I'm thrilled so many of you came in. It was just awesome. Yes, exactly. See, you know your stuff, Christopher. Man, you know your stuff. Yes, the Württemberg C class. The class 18. So my new baby, it arrives tomorrow, and I don't work tomorrow. I have a couple of meetings, but I don't teach tomorrow. So I'll be home, but so will Joyce. And Joyce is not going to let me have this train. She said immediately as soon as I won it, she says, and you are not showing this on your live stream. She says, I am wrapping this, and you are not showing it on your live stream. You're not even going to do what you did with the Yellow Submarine one. So she's going to be guarding the door like a hawk or a lion. Like Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess of war and destruction. A fanged lioness ready to kill. So yeah, she's not going to let me have this one. And considering I'm going to let her win this battle. Well, I do have pics. I did not put them up because I put that video up. But my Facebook page has pics from the eBay. So I've got pics of it, but I've got pics of the actual one. And that's why he took the lid off. He says the train had been open, but it's obvious the cars had never even been taken out of the packaging. The stuff. It's really was never used. He opened it and then never used it. I don't know what the story behind it, and I can only imagine sad stories. I can't imagine a happy story. All I know is this guy said he was selling it for a friend, and the friend obviously didn't tell him, by the way, I paid $1,200 for this train plus shipping and handling. I didn't pay $1,200 for it. And I wasn't going to tell the guy, hey, by the way, you're selling a train that's worth $1,200. If this was the price they set, I'm not going to argue with it. But I can only assume there's a sad story that somebody was sick or died, passed away, and these guys didn't know the German trains to know to look up and see what its value was. And trust me, Joyce had to talk me down because I was going to send an email to the guy and say, do you know what this train is worth? You should not be selling it for this price. And Joyce said, honey, if you want that train, you don't send that email. But that's me. I just like, guy, you're kind of... You're kind of giving it away. I really wanted to tell him to take down the ad and get the true market value for it. But in the end, selfish me won, and I didn't tell him, and I got it for $400 plus shipping. Good for her. You like the white takes? I do too. I can't help it. I like clean. I know it's not the P word, but I like clean. I know you would never see him like that in the real world, but that's from a set Joyce bought me. Let me see. On that train, on that freight train, Joyce bought me the locomotive and some of the, including the two white tankers, came in a kit. She bought that for me one Christmas. And then the next Christmas, she bought a bunch more of the cars. But then, okay, just one of the cars, one of the freight wagons, is from Herb, whose wife Nancy was just online, who's been on here. Yeah, Steve, Matt called me last night, so I told him about it, and he saw it on Facebook. So he knows about my new train. The Ghost. No, if anything, the Ghost of 2015 probably also would have felt guilty and told him, maybe more so than me. As I'm getting into trains and looking at the cost, when it comes to getting a train I want, then yeah, the more evil me comes out. Ghost of 2015 probably would have been even more honest than me. He would have sent the email. Because I do feel bad about it. I know that sounds corny, but I do feel bad because it's worth so much more than I paid for it. Especially since it's unused. You can't even find somebody selling a used other than the one I bought on eBay. But I have found 2 shops in Germany that have it in stock on their shelves. And 1,100 euros is the cheapest price. And that's 1,250 bucks. The other one was 1,200 euros. Renaud's, which is, they themselves claim to be the largest American model train shop. Renaud's has it for $11.99. They say they have it in stock for $11.99. $1,199. And then they would charge you about 20 bucks shipping and handling. All right, well, it is 1:56, and I promised I would be off by 2 because I actually have to babysit a class, even though nobody will be there. But also, I definitely, since this was just a random thing, do not want to cut into Dave TVR stream. You guys can all go over there. Dave is hand crafting, completely scratch building Merthyr Central train station, the town of Merthyr in Wales where he grew up. He has hemmed and hawed and been building this for a while, but he started and he's really getting where he started as an N gauge, and his N gauge start was brilliant. Decided he hated it, went to HO, then decided N gauge again, then went back to HO. But brilliant stuff. I wish he would have left up all his other videos because his dioramas and everything else were just amazing. But he's simply the TVR, just capital THE and then capital T, capital V, capital R, the TVR. Go over to his stream and check him out for a bit if you got nothing to do or are trying to avoid work. But anyhow, I'm going to log off. I want to say thanks, everybody. I can't believe this many people showed up. So take care. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains.